Hi, hello guys. This is Vijay, biology lecturer from Ayalabad Junior College. As you know that we have started our NEET series. Based on that we are discussing about biological science and chemistry theory part as well as the NCERT solutions. Okay. So in that category, today we are going to discuss about Unit 2 Biological Classification, chapter number 2. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about slime mold. What are slime mold and what are its salient features, characteristic features? Okay, so these slime molds are also known as slime fungus. These are the organism belongs to the category of this kingdom Protista. Okay, and now these particular organism, they are certain peculiar group of organism and they have several characteristic features which are similar to the animals. Say for example, like in their vegetative propagating stages are there. And these vegetative propagative stages that could resemble like plants. So the organism they possesses both the animal and plants characteristic features. So both the characteristic features can be seen for this organism. When we are talking about the different form of these reproductive stages, there we could able to see the organism that could resemble to the plant's characteristic features by forming the fruiting bodies and undergoing for this germination and the seeds developing into the fruit bodies. So these all familiar to the characteristic features of plants. Talking about the organism and its their mode of mortality. The organism they could involve for the amoeboid movement and also they are involving for this feeding habit. So they could show amoeboid movement. So amoeboid movement can be seen for the organism belongs to the category in animals. They uses the pseudopodia is one of the the cell organelle. With the help of that the organism could able to move. So they could able to show this motility. Okay. Now talking about this cell wall, we know about the plants, they are because of the presence of this cell wall and that is made up of this cellulose on the spores and zoospores, that is lack of chlorophyll like this fungi and the saprophytic mode of nature or the mode of reproduction like that could show like the primitive fungi. The character which is resemble to the primitive mode of the organisms, fungi. Now talking about the habitat, where good able to see this type of organisms. That slime mold which are widely distributed and that could able to grow in the damp soil and also the shady places where the moisture is abundant. There the organism could able to survive and they may be found in the soil with rich in humus soil, decayed matters present in the soil and the damp soil and also the old planks of the wood. The barks of the very big old plank of the wood or the parts of the very big trees and also rotting logs, the logs which is undergoing for rotting logs and decaying matters, decaying leaves and the plant vegetables and the vegetative parts of the plant. So the organism could able to survive wherever the humus is rich and also wherever the moisture is rich. There we could able to see the organism, they could survive. They mostly, they prefer for moisture and also darkness, dim light for their normal growth of the organism. Mostly the growth depending on the light. Okay, so where the light is abandoned, there the organism could not grow very well. And talking about the different type of the characteristic features of this particular organism. Say for example, there are more than 100 species which are spotted for under this category of this slime mold. Let us discuss about a few examples of this category. Okay, so 100 species could be spotted for this category slime mold, and there are few examples we are going to discuss about this category. Okay, so Physarum is one of the example for this category, and Trichia is the another example. Physarum, Trichia. So these all are the few examples for the category of this organism under slime mold. Let us talk about the life cycle of the slime mold and also the characteristic features of the slime mold. First, talking about this vegetative phase, vegetative stages of this particular organism. And these organisms are good able to show this vegetative phase of the thallus, and that is free living organism and which is naked, and multinucleated mass of this protoplasm that could be seen. Yes, that is called the plasmodium, multinucleated stage of the mass of this protoplasm. The protoplasm, which could contain multinucleated. And this particular category, the organism which possesses the multinucleated stage are called as plasmodium. And this plasmodium, they could possesses diploid nature of nucleus and lacking of the cell wall, and also they could able to secrete some slime or miscellaneous around it. That is a reason for the organism are to be called as slime mold. So here the organism, they are lagging of the cell wall which is absent. Talking about the chlorophyll which is also lagging, chlorophyll could not be seen, and that is the reason they are generally saprophytic mode of organism. So mode of nutrition, when we are talking about saprophyte, so saprophytic mode of nutrition can be seen for this organism. They are saprophytic is nothing but the organism could able to depend for the dead and debris, and very rarely we could able to see there are few examples like parasitic mode of nutrition. Okay, so these parasitic mode of nutrition, that when the organism are growing in the host of the organism, that could able to show some abnormal swelling on the bodies of the host, the organism where these slime modes which are going to attack. So the organism could able to show some abnormal swellings. Next, talking about this amoeboid movement. These organism, they did not possess a specialized organelle, for the movement. That is the reason the organism, they could involve for this amoeboid mode of mortality. And this amoeboid mode of mortality is produced by pseudopodia. Pseudopodia which is helping for the organism for the movement of this particular organism. Talking about the reproduction, mostly the organism involving for the production of spores, and these spores are produced from a fruiting body like structure that is called sporangium. So sporangium is the part, and that is during the fruiting body of the thallus, the sporangium could able to produces many spores, and the spores which are undergoing for the germination. and these spores involving for the production of this myxomibia like structure, and these myxomibia like structures which are involving for, they are biflagellated structure. So the organism, we could able to biflagellated, two flagellas are present in the organism, and they could involve for this sexual mode of reproduction. And these spores are produced from the germinating body of the thallus, and they could directly involving for this myxoamoeba like structure, and they are involving for the formation of this zygote, the combination of these two different cells, and these two cells behaves as a two different gametes, male and female gametes, like swarm cell. Swarm cell is one of the stage that would be formed after this myxomoeba stage. And these two cells are there, they are acting as a gametes, and they could able to produce this zygote. The formation of zygote is possible. And this particular type of sexual reproduction is called isogamous type of sexual reproduction. So isogamous, the meaning of isogamous is nothing but both the gametes are similar to each other. Both the cells, the swarm cells, both are acting as two different gametes though, but structurally when we are talking about, they are biflagellate and they are acting as two different gametes called isogamous. Isogamous are similar to each other. Both the gametes are similar. So these are the major characteristic features of this slime molds. Okay, talking about this nutrition, saprophytic, talking about this reproduction, sexual reproduction by means of isogamous method. And mostly the organism could able to show colorless, and there are few examples they could able to show some yellow color or orange or brown color in nature. So these are the major characteristic features of slime mold. Let us have a quick review about the life cycle of this slime mold. As we talked about the slime molds, they are involving for both the characteristic features of plants as well as animals. In plants, the organism, they could involving for the germination, formation of seeds from the fruiting bodies. Such a type of life cycle can be seen for the organism belongs to this slime mold. Say for example, this is the fruiting body of the organism, and they would bear a specialized structure called sporangium. So sporangium are helping for the production of spores, and these spores which are involving for the germination, the production of spores, and that could develop into a amoeboid like structure called myxomibia. This myxomibia will help for the amoeboid type of movement, and these could further develop into swarm cells, two different cells, and these cells are said to be swarm cells, and these swarm cells they could bear diflagellate structure. So the organism, they could possesses diflagellate, two flagella can be seen, and these two cells are acting as two different gametes as we are talking about the sexual reproduction. Okay, and these two act as two different gametes and involving for the sexual reproduction, they could able to form the zygote, and this zygote further developed into the next stage called plasmodium with multinucleate stage, multinucleate thallus, and these further again developing into the sporangium bearing fruiting body. So this is the life cycle of this slime mold. The thallus, which is consisting of the slimy mass of this protoplasm, that is the reason the thallus, which could be naked, that could be seen without cell wall, and also that is made up of multinucleate structure, and this multinucleate structure of the thallus is called plasmodium. So plasmodium is the name of the thallus which contain the multinucleate stage. Plasmodium, thallus, body of the organism. Okay. And these, the plasmodium, they may be vary in different sizes from microscopic into few centimeters in diameter according to the species, and they do not possess a cell wall, so they did not have a definite shape. And with the help of the pseudopodium, the organism could involve for amoeboid movement. And these organisms that could able to survive as a substratum, they grows within the substratum and in all the different directions. And mostly, the organisms, they are trying to avoiding for the light, and also they would able to survive where the abandoned moisture and also dim light. So these are the major characteristic features of this slime mold. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the true protozoans. So far we have discussed about euglenites and also the slime mold of Unit 2 biological classification under the category of kingdom Protista. So in the next class we will discuss about the true protozoans in detail. So there we will discuss about the plasmodium and zooflagellates in detail, its characteristic features. Okay, until then, thank you guys.